Another mala kenyam kernas dialtin kontin. Barwais ni bakalingwa seme ker Nuer online TV channel. Jawaban lingwa seme en wale. Banarwa ke kwi Angelina Teny. Minister of Interior. Kashek Dr. Riek Machar. Kimanduare. Men banaling ke roltin kontin talk. Ke social media ne tungwan bel ke Angelina Teny ano jena ngum charwach ke kirma yadit ko de Dr. Riek Machar de jalun bana lerme bana jeling diala to tin ngwanka na dong belerme beka luñ bantin kono to bana kangach ken kono ni ami jiram jidit gwasame gore jen wo jender lerme de nywane de ko ken no ka gor jeno bader subscribe mi jara majidit ana chana man to gwata me chan jilin kenyam beje kwen ke tok English ka do badana cha gor ke je den ka kore bana je link ka tok ne internas brode palping ko ne me gore chobluach gore link ka do badan dong der ander titi da ngai ke je Angelina Teny a kwermedit. Today we are going to discuss the issue surrounding Dr. Riek Machar and the first Vice President of South Sudan and his wife Angelina Teny, who is also the Minister of Interior. Both are under house arrest in Juba. And the situation has sparked a lot of debate among South Sudanese citizens and political observers. Many people are asking, why is Angelina Teny silent about the detention of her husband? Why has she not spoken out? And what does this mean for the future of the peace agreement in South Sudan? Dr. Riek Machar is not a new figure in South Sudanese politics. He has been at the center of the country's struggle for decades. From the early day of the Liberation War to his leadership of the SPLM in opposition. Dr. Riek Machar has been a controversial but key player. He is the current first Vice President under the revitalized peace agreement signed in 2018 between him and Kir Mayadit. Despite this position, Machar has been restricted in Juba. Reports indicate that he cannot move freely. He cannot travel abroad, and he cannot meet his supporter. This situation has effectively turned him into a prisoner, even though he holds the second highest office in the land. Angelina Teny is not only Dr. Riek Machar's wife. She is also a seasoned politician in her own right. She currently serves as a South Sudanese Minister of Interior, one of the most powerful and sensitive positions in the government. In theory, this position gave her influence over police forces, internal security, and civil administration. Because of her high-profile role, many South Sudanese citizens believe Angelina could negotiate with President Salva Kiir to secure her husband's release. People saw her as the bridge between Machar opposition movement and the Kiir-led government. But what has shocked many is that Angelina Teny has remained silent. She has not issued a public statement demanding her husband's freedom. She has not raised her voice in government forum. This silence has led to frustration and disappointment among ordinary citizens who expected her to act. The public reaction has been very strong. Many ordinary South Sudanese, especially supporters of the SPLM, feel betrayed. They argue that Angelina Teny is failing in her duty both as a wife and as a political leader. Some citizens openly said, if Angelina Teny cannot fight for her own husband, how can she fight for the people of South Sudan? Others believe she has been co-opted by Salva Kiir's government and is therefore unwilling to confront the President Kir Mayadit. This blame and criticism highlight the high expectation people place on her. In African political culture, especially in South Sudan, people often expect family members of leaders to play a role in defending them. But the reality of politics inside Juba is far more complicated. What many people do not know is that Angelina Teny herself is under house arrest. Her movements are heavily restricted by government forces. She cannot travel freely. She cannot address rallies. She cannot even speak to the media without permission. So, her silence may not be voluntary. She may be silenced by the same system that has confined her husband. This changed the way we look at the situation. Instead of blaming her, some observers argue that she is also a victim of political repression. The government decision to restrict both Machar and Angelina show a clear strategy to weaken the SPLM-IO by silencing its top two leaders. Without their active participation, the opposition is left confused, divided, and powerless. Why is the government doing this? Analysts said it is a calculated political move by President Salva Kiir Mayardit regime. By keeping Machar under house arrest, Kiir ensured that the SPLM-IO cannot reorganize or mobilize its supporters. At the same time, by confining Angelina Teny, the government prevents her from playing role of mediator or mobilizer. The SPLM-IO loses both its male and female leaders at once. This weakened the party and strengthened Kiir's control over the political process. This also has implications for the peace agreement. If Machar and Angelina are silenced, it becomes harder to implement a reform, security arrangement, or power-sharing measures. The balance of power tilts heavily toward the ruling SPLM under Kiir Mayardit. So why is Angelina silent? There are three possible explanations. Number one, restricted freedom. She is under house arrest and therefore unable to speak freely. Number two, political survival. Even if she could speak, raising her voice against Kiir might result in harsher punishment or total removal from her position. She may believe staying silent preserves at least some influence. Number three, strategic silence. Some argue that she may be waiting for the right political moment to speak or act, knowing that any premature move could endanger her and her husband further. Regardless of the reason, the result is the same frustration among the people who expected her to act. The confinement of both Machar and Angelina has paralyzed the SPLM-IO. Many opposition members feel leaderless and disorganized. This has also delayed key party of peace agreement, including security arrangement and preparation for election. Without Machar leadership and Angelina influence, the opposition role in the transitional government is reduced to symbolism rather than real power sharing. The public mood is one of anger, disappointment, and fear. Supporters of Machar feel betrayed not only by the government but also by their own leaders. Some even question whether the SPLM-IO can still represent their interests. Looking forward, the big question is what happens next? Will international pressure mount to release Machar and Angelina? Will the opposition reorganize itself despite these restrictions? Or will the government succeed in silencing its rival permanently? In conclusion, the issue of Angelina Teny's silence is more complicated than it seems. While many blame her for not speaking out, the reality is that she herself is under house arrest. Both she and Dr. Riek Machar are being held hostage by a political system that wants to weaken the opposition and consolidate power. This situation is not about a husband and wife. It is about the future of peace, democracy, and power sharing in South Sudan. The silence of Angelina Teny tells us less about her personal choice and more about the growing repression in the country politics. Our citizens continue to demand answer. The fate of South Sudan peace agreement and the stability of the nation hang in the balance. Nathan Rewika South Sudan kieno gwada dantenaten belke Angelina Teny belke jejenene wajen gurke jen wodere right ke Kiir Mayardit ngai konen wo Angelina Teny jen okwer me la kwadi ne de control na ko te police ne take pin the security ba te pin da jen ke ko minister of interior jen take a power me dit ka do badana gwi ke jen no chi which dai wi ka so Sudan che te ne te wan long te right ki gor ke jen o ba ngaje no Angelina Teny position the position me te di entama ka jen gwasme gwan ma cha chaw de cha je yenten akir me yadit ka jen gwi ka jen o dara right ka tele jow de me chana ling inating wan ti kan debate long ka ta danen we which ka jen ka do badana cha yen dak Riek Machar gwi ka jen o Angelina Teny dara right dara tin kontin yar ka which dara kalat ka dara right ke kir me yadit ka do badana ende dak Riek Machar de jelun ke jen Angelina Teny Rami mo Minister of Interior jen kan dak Riek Machar first by president kan dial cha ka yen kan dial tigare ti jen Shang na mente ka under our saris Dorian gwadan cha yentin ngai kono no bume long ano dong der ander right ko Angelina cha yen ka Dr. Machar ba cha yen ba kan dial cha ga detain so de na ti jeno ngum mi chora ke je ka ngulu de mo ka ta dan bu mal bu we ka jere wi ka so Sudan ko en bas kwa dang ro ti dit ka kuma SPLIO ka cha yen kir me yadit lo de ngu ke nyu dongo nyu de jeno mal teleje bu kono de ngaje no ne Dr. Riek Machar jen shi ram jidit jene key figure ka kuma South Sudan kelu ka South Sudanese politic jen che struggle long ko bare ba South Sudan ba jek kana ne diala content cha South Sudan cha je cha kana jagalor celebration struggle ko dial teten ngai kon manon kuma SPLIO mun ba ko chola SPLIO ko je akore da na ci to 2013 Dr. Machar a kwerpan badjen ram mo te family take a check da dara watch te kamanda na gwe kana ko jen ramkel me ke figure mi mal chetan mara won kin dang rewel badda gwe ke jen o de check da dara watch ala Angelina Teny shangman ta Angelina Teny take a position bukon di ala ngaji no nena jen teleje power ba ko jen mi chai yen tele gwade ro ke je gwade ndara right na banete ngwan gwe jen wo dara kirma yadi te dara right ke je na mo ko expect long na itong wan ngai ko na Riek Machar me dana were wi kujuba kana manjal kana manora arwich tel gwam chup minuten ke je kana itin content la support reke ke je boga ne diala dongor ke jeno de je ke jabane ko jen ram cha yen mi she move tel gwa weten ten nyen gwa kel ne gwa de dana cha yen ke je mujak situation da ko bala mi bejbej ajen mo kuna la ti gentleman go Angelina Teny position da Teny ko ba Dr. Riek Machar ba jelun men ban ngai gwase me netin wan belken Angelina o de Angelina Teny de right ke kir ban men bi angach Angelina Teny ke shek karwade gen a politician mi take a position mi dit gen take a role as a leader Raywich so mi yan keje dong che de ben ko bo tiech ala rami mola la shek ka Dr. Machar ko ngai ko na general mo mi take a position mi dit a minister of interior one of the most powerful and sensitive position in the government and position na tetin take influence mi dit ke take a power gen take a power ka police force take a power ka internal security take a power of civil administration la gang di al contrary ka so dante Angelina Teny take a power ten ka kujemo and power ram take a Angelina Teny ku jen wo jen jaga ko dong che bro jano no kata dan guje je kaja but kaji witten content la netin kokien citizen South Sudan we can know there power there je use there right ke kir ko de chode de je diluñ ko gwi jen wo jen there la Ramadan dong de tika long kam de kene Riek Machar la chode kene kir ma yadit so there right ke kir ko kire janam dana langu la kwer so dara ki dara je pressure but yet wakan Angelina Teny kananen kinere wan chiga gajelong ko nguda Angelina Teny kana jore man kap ko media kan je menen ke social media ki be right gwan der righten tell me lar publicly tell statement me be made ki right malade ke kwiwo cha chore cha je yen ki cha dakre mo cha je yare wi ki juba kana jore man kamnial ka government forum gwadan la jukum la kana righten tell me malar do be bi daga jama jan jang na itun wan ko bi ka diero ka baje question en go latengu public reaction gwaseme tinedin wan chicken rolalong belken Angelina Teny especially the country la jukum asfilayo e kana shago betray ta Angelina Teny e kana Angelina Teny jen telwanga dana tekeje ki duty de alaramimo la check ke political leader wache je fail ko at the same time kind of like ku issue as a part of Riek Machar family anyok ba kana la wajbo ala political leader bo ko don bo system da dong da ka use da ka da je use da bara la ordinary person da right kata da dong de Riek Machar de lo ngeja kanyok ba da waja la politician ana mutere kuma kaba lo da power dang ro da ka use chinere wandi gala da wona kana Angelina Teny michat kor shware che de tere dere chora dere gwa de ter ko de jalun nyen dere wi dere je kula longdi ko dere jarwach micha ken chirwa ne jen ka kwi Riek Machar abe kiri jogono jin lon chawda ke lon Riek Machar a jel freely a move freely so michit kana me gege jeno jen dong logo ne jeno baje church ke baje wo ka position dar teten ala minister of interior dong je logo mo dong je mbide ka jemo ka jodan leng je ka je en do bran belje ka je ke lat ke je jor ka je ngai nana wonene anu mi dong ko je che ka dong dar right but ka reality ngai kona ka Africa political culture especially ka South Sudan alami mi chi family members chaje yen la gwe gane family members mo ano kenetin content beram mo bijo kamrar ba tin diala kone dongde na ko la fay ke ne dial ye dongde gram mo kamrar ba jepel ngai konta mete ke family members mi cha yen na la jogo ni yen pangun yen je family to to ya woro kore bina jen kam dan lero de reality den banalo bile wu wuri jichin mi ci ka mo ami je ga long na mo e culture ka Africa mi shodo lu tero lu bene ke kuma la ja gore ne dial bi ke mi kai kana la togo no Riek Machar e inasan ne dial kan der wajone ba cha de bele nga cha de bele Angelina Teny e ko jene Sheikh Riek Machar ke jen bele la politician ba mi ngai ke je la togo no Riek Machar e inasan de kon voice dan de kon atup chiri mala kon atum ni siang no Riek Machar lo ngeje ki abrare tijen so we should not just wait for Angelina Teny to beg Kir Mayadi to release Riek Machar na mo chedele so ne to one quick can Angelina Teny and ojen point there amicha yen bo ko micha yen what does that mean when you are under house arrest it means that you do not have a voice to talk. You do not even have demand. Today, Larno and the Melade, kill any many. Make on a point, she cannot travel freely. She cannot address rallies. She cannot even speak to the media without permission. Chadera media about can a kirkan your conti, Cosan Dorian, charge a goal kellu. Dorian, she free. Dorian, te under security 24/7. Alokan chen kenere kal, Laura Bang. So Mishit Kaname, they con Jigunodi, Angelina Teny, innocent at this point. A chang by the bell bonico, Janekan right came yadit, quick con Matuogo behind the closed door. No, don't la Roger came yadit, nobody know, but reality stand, Angelina Teny, Jen, a politician, Kajan, a sheik. So there you right punch, but me jam down Shakula Yenaja. Hello, there could write the Guatadian Kajano Chayen. Take under our Sarah, sit comment chat, Riek Machar yen, but a Bobby and there could write a tell away out. But there Joe, there Jetukaja. so na me jaga Angelina Teny ko betir jaga je ko bebet ka jaga je ko cha jo de billing ko dong da right ke kwi shwade ko telewe mi da media ndar ka address ke je be ga jogo no emen yan ke showda na mene ka do bdan balun ke je jene ki di mountain ko na gorke kin mi yadi diketi ten so telewe mi da right ke je so jo bide je mona Angelina Teny bu ko ndiala ngaje no chebi lora bang bide ko jen tele jo mi da to ko di dial te ke pinkir mi yadi en kire jaram dan dong de Riek Machar der jalun willingly I think je joro be che jogu to bo en point Angelina Teny bo ngode bo don cha de link ka joro bo don cha de bilar publicly ko kir che goro no te me de link rar ka tin kon lat ko den so the only thing andan le rode o ti dial ba galat ke ping so ngai kon dial no ti dial ti yerkan mal do ba dan right nat ke je en o de Angelina Teny der de right ke kir ke je o ngai ke je no ke ne kir teken ko en position dana cha kame ala Minister of Interior she position method a position medit so that a power more that they use again that is what the citizens are expecting from her tell me dodien do no be anga jene a kir decision cha gorjen wo de kuma asfela yo there survive kir mi yadi lere ko be asfela yo be destroyed chimo ona jamani ntama so mungai commission me the government decision to restrict both Machar and Angelina show a clear strategy to weaken the SPLIU by silencing its top two leaders. Without directive participation, the opposition is left confused, divided, and powerless. Jendana ngai kone nono. Ken kwadang roti koko kwar ke kume SPLIU. Ken she can be Laura Bang, especially Angelina Teny be Laura Bang ko ramecha yen chaja yen. But badien metega lo ayena ma wona kane te kone cha yen te la prisoner intamara wiki juba awo be kume SPLA I wo betul awo betalwang bela powerless terambila right terambe jore bile kamnyal jen do bada nen jen sha Angelina Teny cha right keje ko tel do me der right keje jin mi chaje gag duel do be den dero kan rare je more duel abilla be right ka media ke baje mo ka gwad me deji inviting below writing kajina ti under our shares chala na tiger division nyam duarun yo kalun kana nyam da kana togde godi al shaka gol do be de kula rake jam telewe out so do be dana belke Angelina Teny yes de dil bel but che chong at this point komedan gwade dane kanane me kanane yene ko kan yene Dr. Machar ka kore chamo valeka everything chako wikaka shit ko ngai kona chamo bale shaka kan chakona ling bono men point and or point Dr. Machar electric bo wona ka piu kan yala wacha ga ngogo ne ke chaka cut off so di chiketi lat keke ko bene loinentin ko kien be jat ka ta dan let kira de kon tejeno ngum let kum me shikana me na me it is a calculated political move me jene ka kirma yadi pointer regime den kir yende ka Dr. Machar mo je kirma yadi power midit ko be wikele be je control no ka baro organize but ka force not one when it in content chunkel ka Dr. Machar be kan yal baka kok ko chang bilel Dr. Machar le barar be chutel power anyok che gorben go che Angelina Teny che be jago barach then jere dial che confiscated mobile phone any electronic chaka wikaka so they do not have any communication with the outside world the reality tilat korodienti o ba kuma spela yo ba je yar so janda na to so jimmi bele Angelina Teny kata da na guje ga jen wajen charwach bi dil ngaje no take the same situation that a husband is facing so chwa gunje no ko ladian no jene e chaje lu nyene ke donc te yen ke jente yena ramti yen ga chede roch so de kon kubben ko do badana bit ka Angelina Teny je man dong dewi jiram moni no man yam bi kon ngaje no Angelina Teny te andaraw sares ram cha yen telegwam wetin ka chede dem roy ma dong a chen guje ma jena nyam na ma roy keje man ci roy keje bi ngaje na mon bi ngaje no Angelina Teny bide ko jen tele jalwang right now ko chaja yen te dore kene shode no pain ke human being ke family ban muche ben ke politic la to la kene la ka bat ke ramadan te ka power shekin yadi jaram dan te ka lwang so che power in che jo wikaka mana dianan dongi konde Angelina Teny dare bet ke je ojen che bugorno ba je wuch ka komdana cha kame kirma yadi na madara kelbone ko mi charach de punish ka punish menamo de je dismiss totally de kwardana cha kame de je wikaje so na money dare je jakob bedbo a chante ka lwanko dare right kana ki free dam chirmo da jalat de dien gwaze mene dare dongor na duomi mo ki chap and point Angelina Teny chaba mo dong di ojen wo dare bi da mat many mo chateka gwan mi chugwa ki jale teke right time ki right political moment then dare kula right keja no dong dare kula mandana dong dare kula ke kwisho ada ki ke kwi vice president Dr. Riek Machar dong dare kula right keja so dong she's waiting for the right time to speak that strategic silencing bo quick corner so the reality en ta dana bide ke je chikono ngaje no chene to wanche mu ke frustration and frustration money adob ko china chicken guje no okay Angelina Teny lajen mabida mo dong che gore jeno de Dr. Machar de jalun so jan do dana dong di ne dial ke je but bi ngaje no ne Angelina Teny at the same time a wife kajan a politician so rawde tene tekeje yene cha yen ko jan e shek Dr. Machar yan ka jakojen a politician mitika kume don kume SPLAIO anyogjen take a government position midit interior minister of interior so kan diala kona tegaje kona pelo jene rami mo mila shek but ponje ko take a role midit ka kume jaka ko chede roch number one thing ko take a role midit ka kume cha jore che de kap enemi charo de kula bare wuch dare kula ro chirar chiremen at Nathaniel wo yet but mitere wijen tam right now chim right kone tele do mi mo dare right keje bana ba ka dress ke en rally mishalat ki na ben wi char ba right nyam na de no men yan ke chawda ne me ka chawda lo keje ki ne ma tok che de melan me don cause tander ausare so tele do mi dare ben yal keje so atu gan tama ano bana jabel wrong ko rame cha yen chide lo bele jeno ngu mitire ti jeno ne rame de bele rame trar ka charwach ke tala joro mato be jaram dan la gorgano babel de jogono jin she did to do chi japel as a wife ki as a family members so teacher the top ne de ga to so che gwano bana Angelina Teny bana je bel ka dong te ga to ngwalong te gay gwad dan te tenre ti jen so jo me mugor kono de kono len ka do branen cheto kaje loin Dr. Machar of course Riek Machar ba je loin shi o charge bulun but loin de te ga let want to go long kere mangai kona let to touch me channeling gor ka je no de Riek Machar no their position their je denounce ke there the watch ko kuma ko this is what kid is expecting ka Dr. Machar and de Dr. Machar there brar chedelo ngot kwara chedelo ngot la pada SPLAIO no mo amugi kirma yadi de long ka jenda na ke bon watin ko kienden kon de kel ga je en kir ko kan wadi ala konte ko competition eno micha Dr. Machar charge watch ke charge put away charge silent alo je tel power shala powerless ke charge weekend then de ga ability me de kan position di de dan ngor ken o de kam ga de kan jek ko weekend Dr. Machar no jene a burden ki jam tek mi ma chikana lwanka ach gor kana be kana get out of the way so gor kan de kan George so mi chikana me jalari gone jen me jira mi mo me jen politician ki jira mo gor kwer chu gwenje no ram mo trade ka ko take a position mi din mi teten karundial you never know no en gwada do belet ko de jetena ne kujije anyok mi karana terka bom chire medane chikir chala no take kum chala Dr. Machar jigo no tare kai kele tel mi chala kum chalat so all this thing ka wrong chike chung kalat ke ka do ko political motivated mimo goro jeno ban wer ba ka silent ba chaje kula ngaje de dial kon ni kelke kim yadit gwado me jenda na gore de kon chungten Angelina Teny biede ngai kon no biede katin kontin chalet kaka kano te lwagien kata dom da rake jam so ana bana chong gwado mo ban nyo je kala radien bi atakamal babai